Iran stands at a crossroads. Years of oppression under the current regime have left its people yearning for freedom and democracy. In this pivotal moment, Prince Reza Pahlavi emerges as a beacon of hope, a leader who embodies the aspirations of a nation. His vision for a democratic, secular Iran, rooted in the principles of human rights and national unity, offers a compelling path towards a brighter future. Pahlavi's leadership transcends the realm of mere politics. He represents a fundamental shift in Iran's trajectory, a break from the shackles of the past and a leap towards a future defined by progress and prosperity. His unwavering commitment to the Iranian people, coupled with his strategic vision and global stature, positions him as the ideal candidate to guide Iran through this critical juncture. The world watches with bated breath as Iran grapples with its destiny. The stakes are high, not only for the Iranian people, but for the entire region and beyond. The outcome of this struggle will have far-reaching implications for global security, economic stability, and the very principles of freedom and democracy. In this context, understanding the transformative potential of Reza Pahlavi's leadership becomes paramount. His approach, deeply rooted in the principles of change management, stakeholder engagement, and resistance mitigation, offers a pragmatic and effective roadmap for Iran's transition to a brighter future. Change is rarely a smooth or linear process. It is often accompanied by resistance, uncertainty, and unforeseen challenges. This is particularly true in the context of societal transformations, where deeply ingrained beliefs, power structures, and historical narratives intersect. Navigating such complex transitions requires a strategic and nuanced approach, one that acknowledges the multifaceted nature of change and employs proven methodologies to mitigate risks and maximize the likelihood of success. This is where the discipline of change management comes into play. Change management provides a structured framework for guiding individuals, organizations, and entire societies through periods of significant transformation. It encompasses a set of tools, techniques, and best practices designed to address the human side of change, fostering buy-in, managing resistance, and ultimately ensuring a smooth and sustainable transition. At its core, change management recognizes that successful transformation is not merely about implementing new policies or structures. It is about bringing people along on the journey, addressing their concerns, empowering them to embrace the change, and ultimately creating a shared sense of ownership over the future. At the heart of any successful change initiative lies a clear and compelling vision. This vision serves as a guiding star, illuminating the path forward and inspiring individuals to embrace the challenges and opportunities that change inevitably brings. In the case of Iran, Prince Reza Pahlavi articulates a vision that resonates deeply with the aspirations of its people. Pahlavi's blueprint for a new Iran is founded on three fundamental pillars: democracy, secularism, and national unity. He envisions a nation where power resides in the hands of its people, exercised through free and fair elections. He advocates for a clear separation of religion and state, ensuring equality for all citizens regardless of their faith or beliefs. And he emphasizes the importance of national unity, transcending ethnic and religious divides to forge a shared Iranian identity. This vision is not merely a set of lofty ideals, it is a carefully crafted roadmap for a better future, one that addresses the root causes of Iran's current predicament. By dismantling the theocratic framework that has stifled individual liberties and sown discord among its people, Pahlavi aims to create a society where freedom, justice, and prosperity prevail. Moreover, Pahlavi's vision extends beyond Iran's borders. He recognizes that a stable, prosperous, and democratic Iran is not only in the best interest of its people, but also essential for regional peace and global security. His commitment to peaceful coexistence, diplomacy, and international cooperation stands in stark contrast to the current regime's destabilizing actions and support for terrorism. Transforming a nation as complex and deeply divided as Iran requires more than just a visionary leader. It demands the active participation and support of a broad coalition of stakeholders, both within Iran and on the international stage. Prince Reza Pahlavi understands this fundamental principle of change management. Throughout his years in exile, he has dedicated himself to building bridges and fostering relationships with diverse groups, including political activists, human rights advocates, intellectuals, and ordinary Iranians from all walks of life. Pahlavi's approach to stakeholder engagement is characterized by inclusivity, empathy, and a genuine desire to understand and address the concerns of all Iranians. He recognizes that a successful transition must involve a diversity of voices and perspectives, even those who may have been marginalized or silenced under the current regime. Central to Pahlavi's strategy is the empowerment of Iranian civil society. He understands that lasting change cannot be imposed from above, but must be driven by the people themselves. He has consistently encouraged the formation of independent organizations, both within Iran and among the diaspora, to advocate for democratic values, human rights, and a better future for their country. Furthermore, Pahlavi recognizes the crucial role of the international community in supporting Iran's transition. He has actively engaged with world leaders, policymakers, and influential figures, raising awareness about the plight of the Iranian people and garnering support for a peaceful and democratic transition. Section 5. Resistance Management. Navigating the challenges of transition. Change, even when positive and necessary, inevitably encounters resistance. This is particularly true in situations where entrenched power structures, ideological divisions, and historical grievances run deep. Iran's path towards a democratic and secular future is no exception. Resistance to change is to be expected, but it can be effectively managed through strategic planning and proactive engagement. Prince Reza Pahlavi, drawing upon his deep understanding of Iranian society and the principles of change management, recognizes the importance of addressing resistance head-on. He acknowledges the legitimate concerns that some may have, particularly those who have benefited from the existing system or fear the uncertainties that change may bring. Pahlavi's approach to resistance management is multifaceted. It involves open and transparent communication, addressing misinformation and propaganda, and actively engaging with those who harbor doubts or fears. He emphasizes the importance of dialogue, education, and building trust as key tools for overcoming resistance and fostering a shared vision for the future. One of Pahlavi's key strategies is to focus on the root causes of resistance. He recognizes that fear, uncertainty, and a lack of trust in institutions are major obstacles to change. To address these issues, he proposes concrete measures to ensure a smooth and peaceful transition, including a clear plan for the transfer of power, guarantees for the safety and security of all citizens, and a commitment to inclusivity and justice in the post-transition period. Section 6. A beacon of hope. Pahlavi's impact on Iran and the world. His impact extends far beyond the realm of political aspiration. He has become a symbol of hope for millions of Iranians, both within the country and among the diaspora, who yearned for a better future. His unwavering commitment to democracy, human rights, and the rule of law has galvanized a new generation of activists and changemakers, inspiring them to raise their voices and demand a more just and equitable society. Pahlavi's influence is palpable in the growing movement for change within Iran. Despite the risks of persecution and repression, brave Iranians from all walks of life have taken to the streets, risking their lives to demand an end to the current regime's tyranny. They draw inspiration from Pahlavi's message of hope, his vision for a democratic and prosperous Iran, and his unwavering belief in the power of the Iranian people to shape their own destiny. Beyond Iran's borders, Pahlavi has emerged as a leading voice for democracy and human rights in the Middle East. He has consistently condemned the Iranian regime's support for terrorism, its destabilizing activities in the region, and its egregious human rights abuses. His principled stance has earned him the respect of world leaders, policymakers, and human rights advocates alike. Pahlavi's vision for a democratic and secular Iran has profound implications for the entire world. A stable, prosperous, and peace-loving Iran would be a boon for global security, economic development, and the advancement of human rights. It would serve as a beacon of hope for other people in the region, demonstrating that the most powerful terrorist supporters can be overcome through the collective will of a determined people. Section 7. The power of international support, a catalyst for change. While the struggle for freedom and democracy in Iran ultimately rests in the hands of the Iranian people, the international community has a crucial role to play in supporting this noble endeavor. Prince Reza Pahlavi recognizes the importance of international solidarity and has actively sought to build alliances and garner support for a peaceful and democratic transition in Iran. International support can manifest itself in various forms, from diplomatic pressure and economic sanctions targeting the Iranian regime to providing platforms for Iranian pro-democracy activists and supporting civil society organizations working to promote human rights and democratic values within Iran. Pahlavi understands that a unified international front is essential to exert maximum pressure on the Iranian regime and to deter its human rights abuses and destabilizing actions in the region. He has called for coordinated action from Western democracies, regional powers, and international organizations to hold the Iranian regime accountable for its actions and to support the Iranian people's aspirations for a better future. Moreover, Pahlavi emphasizes the importance of providing humanitarian assistance to the Iranian people, who are suffering under the weight of economic mismanagement, corruption, and international sanctions. He has called for increased support for Iranian refugees and asylum seekers, for facilitating the flow of information into and out of Iran, and for empowering Iranian civil society organizations working to promote human rights and democratic values. Section 8. The urgency of now, a call to action. The time for action is now. The Iranian people have suffered for far too long under the yoke of tyranny and oppression. The current regime's grip on power is weakening, and the yearning for change is palpable. Prince Reza Pahlavi, with his vision for a democratic, secular, and prosperous Iran, stands ready to lead his country into a new era. However, the road ahead will be fraught with challenges. The international community must stand shoulder to shoulder with the Iranian people, providing unwavering support for their struggle for freedom and democracy. This is not just a matter of moral imperative, it is also in the best interest of global security and stability. A democratic Iran under the leadership of Prince Reza Pahlavi would be a force for peace and progress in the Middle East and beyond. It would be a reliable partner in the fight against terrorism, extremism, and nuclear proliferation. It would be a champion of human rights, religious freedom, and the rule of law. We cannot afford to stand idly by as the Iranian people risk their lives for a better future. We must amplify their voices, support their efforts, and hold the Iranian regime accountable for its crimes. The fate of Iran, and indeed the future of the Middle East, hangs in the balance. Section 9. Conclusion: Embracing the future with Reza Pahlavi. The story of Iran is one of resilience, of a people who have endured centuries of hardship and oppression yet never relinquished their dreams of freedom and prosperity. Today, as Iran stands at a crossroads, the world watches with bated breath, hoping for a brighter future for this ancient land and its people. In this pivotal moment, Prince Reza Pahlavi emerges as a beacon of hope, a leader who embodies the aspirations of a nation yearning for change. His vision for a democratic, secular, and prosperous Iran, rooted in the principles of human rights, the rule of law, and national unity, offers a compelling path forward. Pahlavi's leadership transcends the realm of mere politics. He represents a fundamental shift in Iran's trajectory, a break from the shackles of the past and a leap towards a future defined by progress, justice, and human dignity. The path ahead will be challenging, but with the unwavering support of the Iranian people and the international community, a new dawn awaits Iran. The time for change is now. The time for Reza Pahlavi is now.